Continuing our chat about the real estate market, Mike, a lot of millennials are skipping the starter home and they're going right up to the move-up house. Do you think that's a factor because interest rates have been so low that they just say, you know what, that extra 50 or 100, I can afford it because of how low rates are?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, the affordability. You know, it used to be forever your first-time home buyers were kind of going as low as they could because they couldn't really afford it, or you know, they didn't mind maybe doing some work to the house. So I think a lot of times now, you know, especially in that millennials, which I think we like to pick on sometimes.
We do pick on them, and they want things turnkey. They want it perfect.
Right, you know, and I think part of that's probably because, and I hope this doesn't offend millennials.
How they're raised?
Yeah,
it's
you know,
just
they
different
don't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them, you know, I have a niece, I don't know if she's considered a millennial, but she doesn't go out inside and play. You know, she's on her iPad all the time. So, you know, a lot of...
They're spending more time inside, so they want more of a turnkey type property.
And don't want to have the hassle and headache of doing renovations or updating to a house. So they want it that it's already, you know,
do you think
set
part of
and
that
ready
too
to
is that they're waiting? I feel like
they are. They're waiting until they're
older.
older. They have more money. So instead of buying that house at 21, they're waiting until they're 27.
Right.
And they've got a little bit more money in the bank. They've been promoted at work. They've taken that kind of next step in their career.
You know, and this could be a part of it too. You know, there's a lot of stats out there now that female millennial buyers are like the largest segment of home buyers right now.
Yeah, you're looking like that segment is growing, and I think minority segments are growing too. Like I saw home ownership rates way up in certain minority brackets, but single female millennials are a big part of it. It's interesting because I saw a stat and it was like the single female millennial is more likely to buy than a single male millennial. And I was sitting there trying to justify, like, you know, what the rationale is, and I think that you know, the only thing that I could come up with was just, you know, more of a focus on a future, whereas maybe the young male millennials still kind of playing the bachelor scene, you know.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say it seems to me that females generally have a better idea of what they want to do with their future. Whereas men, you know, they don't.
We're living the moment.
You know,
a little more living the moment.
I can remember when I was in college, one of my finance classes, the teacher was telling us that the average male will change jobs 7 times by the time they're 35.
Wow.
And the average female,
I've done that.
was under 5.
Legitimately,
so.
I changed jobs 7 times. I just did it all in the same company that I owned.
Right.
I was the janitor, the photographer, the buyer agent, the listing
roles.
agent, the transaction coordinator, the broker, the owner. I've been through all of them. So, you know, but I think that another reason I think that you're seeing that is because first-time home buyers are probably a little bit more nervous, and they're a little more cash-strapped. And I think that millennials, having kind of lived through the Great Recession and seeing the challenges that their parents caused, I think they wait to buy a home until they're really ready and able to, versus, you know, pushing the limits with that first home and kind of rolling the dice. They're just skipping right past that till they're in a better financial position. But you've truly seen it. You've seen the starter homes just aren't gobbled up by first-time home buyer millennials. Like, you think it's a lot of landlords that are buying and turning them into rentals.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say it seems that investors are the ones that are scooping up.
Yeah, you've got the hedge funds, you've got the rental trusts, you've got, you know, that seems to be who's playing in that space versus, you know, who in, you know, decades past it would be that demographic of, you know, fresh out of college, and now fresh out of college they're staying with mom and dad for a few years, or they're renting for a few years, so, or they're going to college for another degree, or they change their mind, they're going to be in school for, you know, 19 years or whatever it is, they want to sleep on mom's couch, you know.
I hope
I
not.
hope not. She better. She's not sleeping. If she sleeps on the couch, it's going to be in the backyard. So.